मैं पहले आपके द्वारा इस पूरे सदन को धन्यवाद कहना चाह रही हूँ. I wish to thank all members of this House who actively participated in the general discussion on the budget which was presented to this House. The discussions have been very much in detail, and the number of MPs who participated in the discussion makes me feel very reassured that this House shall give maximum attention to issues related to the economy, because, as I said during my budget speech, our emphasis is to ensure that economic growth, which is the prime instrument to bring Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, will be the focus of this government as much as national security. I wish to name and thank each one of the members who have spoken: Dr. Shashi Tharoor, Shri Jain Sinha, Shri T.R. Balu, Shri Kalyan Banerjee, Shri Vinayak Raut, Shri Santosh Kumarji, Shri Bhatruhari Mehtab, Shri Sukhbir Singh Badal, Shri Ramakrishna Raju, Kumar Danish Ali, Shri Sunil Tatkare, Shri Jagdampika Pal, Shri Pradyut Bordoloi, Shri Baidyanath Prasad Mahato, Srimati Aparajita Sarangi, Shri Tokihito Yeptomi, Shri Jugal Kishore, Shri Ramesh Viduri, Shri Harish Duvedi, Shri Rang Appa Chandu Barne, Shri Raksha Nikhil Khadse, Shri Bhagwant Man, Shri Virendra Singh Ji, Shri Nama Nageshwar Rao, Shri Vinod Kumar Sonkar, Shri Ramchandra Paswan, Shri Ganesha Murthy, Shri Vasant Kumar, Shri S.R. Parthiban, Shri Dr. Kirit P. Solanki, Srimati Pratima Mandal, Shri Nand Kumar Singh Chauhan, Srimati Ranjan Bhatt, Shri Mitesh Ramesh Bhai Patel, Srimati Praneet Kaur, Shri Ajay Mishra Teni, Srimati Sunita Duggal, Shri A. Raja, Srimati Rekha Verma, Shri K. Subbarayan, Shri Sishir Adhikari, Shri Nalin Kumar Katil, Colonel Rajavardhan Rathod, Shri Anto Antony, Shri Margani Bharat, Shri P.P. Chaudhary, Srimati Supriya Sule, Shri K. Ram Mohan Naidu, Shri Kapil Moreshwar Patil, Shri Firoz Varun Gandhi, Shri Dileshwar Kamath, Shri B.B. Patil, Srimati Rama Devi, Shri Sudhakar Tukaram Shrangare, Shri Janardhan Singh Sigriwal, Dr. K. Jaikumar, Shri Shrikant Eknath Shinde, Shri Rajendra Ghavit, Shri Rajan Vichare, Shri Jnana Diravyam, sorry about that, Shri Bhagwant Kuba, Shri Girish Chandra, Shri Navas Kani, Shri Anubhav Mohanty, Shri Narayan Bhai Kachadia, Shri A.M. Arif, Shri Siddeshwar, Shri N.K. Premchandran, Shri Asaduddin Owaisi, Shri Tirat Singh Rawat, Shri Saptagiri Ulaka, Shri Thomas Tharikadan, Shri Aparupa Poddar, Shri Gajanan Kirtikar, Shri Sunil Kumar Pintu, Shri Asit Kumar Mal, Dr. Subhash Sarkar, Srimati Anupriya Patel, Srimati Rita Bahuguna Joshi, Shri M. Selvaraj, Shri Hanuman Beniwal, Shri Vijay Baghel, Shri Talari Rangaya, Shri Pankaj Chaudhary, Srimati Meenakshi Lekhi, Shri M. K. Raghavan, Srimati Sumalata Ambarish, Shri D. Ravi Kumar, Dr. Virendra Kumar, Shri Nihal Chand, Shri Pushpendra Singh Chandel, Shri Ajay Bhatt, Shri P. Ravindra Kumar, and Shri Ratan Singh Magan Singh Rathod, Shri Professor Saugata Roy, Srimati Loket Chatterjee, Shri Badruddin Ajmal, Ms. Agatha Sangma, Shri Pradeep Kumar, Shri Komati Reddy Venkat Reddy, Shri Sanjay Kumar Bhandi, Shri Godeti Madhavi, Shri Kagan Murmu, Shri Tiruma Balavan, Shri Ravi Kishan, Shri Pratap Simha, Srimati Sangeeta Azad, Shri Sangam Lal Gupta, Shri Tapir Gaon, Shri Om Prakash Bhupal Singh Rajay Nimbalkar, Shri Mukesh Rajput, Shri Dharmendra Kashyap, Shri Gaurav Gogoi, Shri Sushil Kumar Singh, Shri Ramcharan Bohra, Dr. Subhash Bhamre, Shri Prabhatbhai Sababai Patel, Shri Ajay Tamta, Shri Raju Bista, and probably 3 more who have spoken this afternoon. And as of the last 4 of them who have spoken just now, and as of last night, there was a cumulative total of 15 hours and about 9 minutes spent on this. In addition to that, you'll add what has been spent here now. So I'm extremely grateful that the members volunteered to speak, came up with a lot of suggestions and questions, and really, it's inspirational that the budget has evinced so much of interest in this House. Sir Speaker, I just want to bring in certain factual picture of how this budget has been presented to this House. There was an interim budget which was presented in 2019-20 in the Parliament on 1st February 2019. And the connected appropriation bill, which is the vote on account, was all passed, and it was effective till 31st July 2019. As a result, this budget which is now being passed is essentially to keep the continuity post 31st July, to maintain the government and its expenditure, and also to provide for the fiscal year which is already commenced. So with the constitution of the 17th Lok Sabha and the formation of a new government, the regular budget, as this is now called, the regular budget for 2019-2020 has been proposed to the Parliament in this session. The regular budget, as we call it, 2019-20, which includes the Finance Bill 2019, the demands for grants 2019-20, will cover the entire fiscal year 2019-20. I wish also to draw the attention of the honourable members through you, respected Speaker, sir, that this is the second budget. This is the second budget after the implementation of the Goods and Services Tax from 1st July 2017. So the highlights of the budget estimates for 2019-20, I would like to just draw your attention and elaborate on some of them. The entire detail, the financial data are all provided in the entire set of budget documents which was given to all members. With a continued emphasis on empowering states, the total resources transferred to the states, including the devolution of states' share in taxes and the releases under centrally sponsored scheme in B 2019-20 is estimated to be 13,29,428 crores. I repeat that number, 13,29,428 crores. This entails an increase of, this is important, this entails an increase of 82,845 crores over the RE of 2018-2019 and 2,44,298 crores more than the actuals of 2017-18. So I would want to emphasize that 2 years after the GST implementation, when even as we present this budget, we are very clearly saying that under the central sponsored schemes, the amount which is being spread is far higher than what it was earlier. Then, the budget 2019-20 reflects the government's commitment, and I'm happy to say that. It reflects the commitments of this government to substantially boost investment in agriculture, substantially boost investment in social sector, particularly in education and in health, keeping the fiscal deficit at 3.3% of GDP as against the 3.4% which was envisaged in the interim budget in the BE 2019-20. Government is committed to continue the path of fiscal consolidation. Let me reassure this House that we are committed to continue the path of fiscal consolidation without compromising on the requirements of public expenditure placed by the various sectors. So there need not be any worries or anxiety that if we are really insisting on keeping the fiscal consolidation map, will the social sectors, will health, will education suffer? No, not at all. We are ensuring that they are taken care of, and this has been achieved through prudent rationalization of expenditure and mobilization of additional resources. In the budget estimates of 2019-20, those who are interested in the numbers, I would like to repeat here, the total expenditure is placed at 27,86,349 crores, showing an increase of 3,44,136 crores. The total expenditure of the government has increased by 3,44,136 crore over the BE of 2018-19, and an increase again of 3,29,114 crores over the RE 2018-19. So with figures, I wish to say here, not now.
माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी, आप उनको अलाउ मत कीजिए, आप बोलिए, आप कंटिन्यूस कीजिए, आप कंटिन्यूस कीजिए। हाँ जी, मैं आपको बाद में मौका दूंगा।
Sir, any concerns on the figures which have been released till now, figures which have been picked up from other sources like economic survey, which the chief economic advisor has brought out? I have a separate section to address during my speech today. So I hope that will address the concern. If I only can read your mind, member, I will.
माननीय सदस्य, प्लीज माननीय सदस्य।
Speaker sir, Professor Saugata Roy is very senior and has a lot of concern. Noticed my absence about not being in the House yesterday. Yes. And I shall respond to him and to the concerns that he's raised with just one comment to make. That data did not make a part of my speech, was something which I myself stood up to say as soon as I finished the budget speech with your permission. And I wish Professor Saugata Roy heard me say that then, that it was part of the annexure to my speech and part of an entire budget document. If only Professor, respected Speaker, if only Professor and a senior member of this House heard me as much as he noticed that I was not in the House, heard me as much as I spoke that day and went into over the weekend into the budget document, he wouldn't have this question today. But never mind. So I continue with your permission. To speak about my reply to the members. So the budget estimate clearly, which I've read out now, shows increase in government's expenditure. And the total expenditure includes a provision of 12,02,404 crores under the various schemes. So the figures for expenditure particularly on sectors which will be of keen interest for most of us, I have explained here. There is, of course, a lot of questions about tax receipts. I'll take 1 minute of your precious time, Speaker. The gross tax receipts, and this is not something which I'm saying today, they are all in the documents. The gross tax receipts are budgeted at 24,61,195 crores in the BE 2019-20, which marks an increase. Members, please note, tax receipts, I have mentioned what I've said in the BE 2019-20, and that marks an increase of 2,13,020 crores, 9.48% increase in tax receipts over 2018-19 BE RE. Centre's net tax revenue after transfer of state share and transfer to National Disaster Response Fund is estimated to be 16,49,582 crores, with an increase of 1,65,176 crores. Again, an increase of 11.13% over the RE of 2018-19. So nowhere, I reassure you, Speaker, sir, nowhere is a decline. Expenditure is improved and increased. Income receipts have also increased. So I like to assure this House that the figures which I'm reading now here are there for you to refer and, if necessary, come back to me on again. The non-tax revenue receipts are estimated at 3,13,179 crores in the BE of 2019-20, and the revenues expected from this investment, which will be of interest to many of our members, the revenues expected from this investment are budgeted at a realistic 1,05,000 crores in BE 2019-20. Now let me assure you again, the projections made in the budget are realistic and adequately provide for items of expenditure such as defense expenditure, pensions and salaries, internal security, and other welfare programs and establishment expenditure of the government itself. So to fully finance these expenditure commitments, necessary resource mobilization from tax and non-tax sources have also been envisaged. So, as I said, members have taken a lot of interest. A lot of inputs have come from members who have raised various different questions too. But here I wish to aggregate the various comments made by different members. Some of them will relate to one or two members. Some of them will relate as my response. Some of them will relate to many members. So I've tried only to collate all of them by topic, and the response is more for each one of those honorable members who have raised the questions. So instead of going through response by each member, I'm going with a collective, collated version so that all of our times can be more optimally utilized. Speaker, sir, I recollect that when I was presenting the budget, I very clearly said that this budget certainly comes at a time when an interim budget had already been presented. I'm also conscious that this is the last year of the 14th Finance Commission, and this year, probably sometime in October, November, the new commission, the 15th Finance Commission's report will be received. It will be submitted to the Rashtrapati, and then, of course, the government will get to seeing it. And therefore, the budget which comes in February of 2020 will take on board the recommendations as it is then decided, as it would be then decided of the new Finance Commission. But then, this budget definitely, as I kept saying to some of my colleagues, has two bookends. One is the interim budget which was submitted in February before the elections, and the fact that there is a finance commission. And between the two bookends, we are making provisions, and therefore, this budget gives a big picture of this newly elected government which has a strong mandate from the people of India. And as a result, the big picture tells you what we want to do in the 10 years, which was broadly mentioned even during the interim budget. And even as it does roll out the 10-year vision, we've kept ourselves a mid-decadal target, which is the $5 trillion economy, $5 trillion US dollar economy target. And towards it, we spoke of effectively bringing a good cycle towards investment, towards generating more jobs, towards greater manufacturing within India and making India a manufacturing hub. And how would we do it? We would do it by bringing in more steps towards having greater investment drawn into this country. And for that promotion of growth, among many other things, the few things which I want to draw the attention of the House, which is also part of what some of the members have raised, foreign direct investment policy sees further liberalization. There's a turnover limit hike as regards lowering of the corporate tax from 30% to 25%. So today only companies which have up to 400 crores get covered under the 25% taxation. Additional income tax reduction of 1.5 lakh on the interest paid on loans taken to purchase electric vehicles. And moving the GST Council for the reduction of GST rates on electric vehicles from 12% to 5%. Along with all this, government has also increased the scope of voluntary pension scheme for retail traders and shopkeepers to everyone with an annual turnover of less than 1.5 crores. I also want to draw the attention of the House that government has made it very clear that its intention to push the infrastructure development of the country with an intention to invest 100 lakh crores in infrastructure over the next 5 years. These are some of the steps through which we want to improve. These are the steps through which we want to improve investments in the country. There is also the scheme for funding upgradation and regeneration of traditional industries, which has been started to facilitate cluster-based development to make traditional industries more productive, profitable, and capable for generating sustained employment opportunities. And then again, we are making sure that there are reductions of custom duty on certain raw materials and capital goods, all of which are necessary for better promotion of domestic manufacturing. And then, you are aware, keeping women in mind, we have extended the scheme for at least 1 lakh of rupees to be provided to a member of every SHG group. So with all this, promotion of economic growth will be top of our agenda. But at the same time, taking care of the Kisan of the country, we have ensured that cash transfers under the PM Kisan, providing for an income of 6,000 rupees annually to all farmers, which was earlier limited only to farmers who were holding less than 2 hectares of land. Now it's available for all farmers throughout the country. Further, to give focused attention to issues of growth, the government has constituted a 5-member Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth chaired by the Honorable Prime Minister himself. So, if we have set the target of $5 trillion US, it is because we are also taking very strong steps for promotion of growth. And for promotion of growth, incentivizing investment, ensuring that investment comes to this country, and it makes a collective sense for us to draw the attention of all the investment which can come, saying that this country has the correct ecosystem for it. And that is why policy changes are always prominently placed before the people. I come to the data which is of great interest for many of our members, and who actually have started, rightly because they want clarity, to question as to why there are so many different figures floating around. I'd like to say specifically on the GDP growth rate related questions which all members probably were meaning to ask me. The growth rate of the nominal GDP for 2019-2020 in the budget documents. I'm sure members are really all ears to hear me on this. I seek their complete attention so that all doubts are dispelled. The growth rate of nominal GDP for 2019-20 in the budget documents has been projected at 12% over the advanced nominal GDP estimates of 188,40,731 crores for 2018-19. The advanced estimates of 2018-19 were released. The dates are important. The advanced estimates for 2018-19 were released on 7th January 2019. The next, which is equally important so that all the gaps can be filled up. The growth rate of nominal GDP for 2019-20 in the economic survey. Please note, the first one which I said was for the budget documents. This is about the economic survey. The growth rate of the nominal GDP for 2019-20 in the economic survey has been projected at 11% over the provisional nominal GDP estimates of 190,10,164 crores of 2018-19. The provisional estimates for 2018-19 were released on 31st May. The first one was 7th January 2019. This one was released on 31st May 2019. Both the projections, I underline, both the projections are consistent with each other, as each of them project the nominal GDP of 211,607 crores for the year 2019-20. This is because, as compared to the economic survey, the higher GDP growth rate of 12% projected in the budget documents of 2019-20 is on a lower base, lower GDP base for 2018-19. So, why did the budget use it? Naturally, that will be the question next. Why did the budget use it? Something which is different from the economic survey. The economic survey is produced by the CEA, and the Government of India holds a respectful arm's distance with the economic survey. Please do recollect that. And why did the budget document use this figure? A lower GDP base of 2018-19 has been used in the budget documents as the same GDP base was used in the interim budget of 2019-20 projected and presented in January 2019. Remember, the figures which was used then in the budget documents were released even on 7th January, so latest. Using the same GDP base ensures comparability, budget to budget, interim and the regular. Regular with the last year regular is possible, only use comparable base. So, using the same GDP base ensures comparability of deficit ratios projected for 2019-20 in both the interim and in this July budget, and as much as what was relevant data in the last year's budget. So I hope scholars, respected honorable members of this House, who thought too many figures were floating around, would now be clear that they have reasons for being there. And it is therefore the consistency with which government's budget documents is produced, whether it's interim or the regular, as different from what is used in the economic survey. All right? So I hope members can now look at afresh. All right? So you can please look at what has been given to you officially. After this, Honorable Speaker,
दे दूंगा आपको भी एप्रोप्रिएशन बिल है। माननीय सदस्य प्लीज माननीय सदस्य।
I would like to request them. We have heard them very patiently, and Honorable Ministry is replying them. They should hear, and after that, what you are right? Disturbing is your right. Disturbing is your right. No, it is unfair. I am telling you.
प्लीज माननीय सदस्य मान